Hello. As if you guys would have noticed, I have an iPhone 16 Pro Max. This is not mine, this is my mom's. And this is really good. This is a really good phone. I'm a big fan of Apple. In my opinion, Apple is more better than, all the competitors, but everybody has their own opinions. In India, I know that there are very limited people that own iPhones. But here in the US, it's very common to see one of these phones every day. And in the US, you might not know this, but every 2 to 3 years, internet companies will give you an upgrade. That's what's happening to my mom. This is my mom's 16 Pro Max. Currently, she has a 13 Pro Max, so she's upgrading to this. Both have 1 terabyte, same phone number, same everything, just that the phone gets an upgrade. And shall we open it? So as you can see over here on iPhones, this is a really classic thing. Now I'm going to put the mic over here so y'all can hear the satisfying noise of the peeling, if y'all don't know. Now let's actually open the box and get a first look at this. So if y'all don't know, Apple boxes are really tendent to slow falling. And look at that. Wow. The iPhone 16. You lift the phone up from here. And then wow. Extremely light compared to my mom's current phone. As you can see, extremely thinner. Bit more curved edges. It's tight. It's sand. This is the color we got. So for those of y'all that don't know, iPhone switched to USB Type-C recently, like Samsung and Android companies. Before they used to use Lightning port, so you have to carry 100 different ports at once. But now it's all in one port, USB Type-C. It's in their AirPods, Apple Watch, everything. So this right here is the filament that they use to protect the screen. Let's take that off. And this is also really satisfying. So if I take my mic off, let's put it on the box because we don't want to cause any scratches. And let's put the mic right in my hand. Now let's lift. Wow. We'll put that right there. Wow. This phone already looks amazing. I like it. So if you don't know, this is the 16. Extremely thin, as I told you. So those of y'all that don't know what this over here is, they use this little empty part of the phone to make it into a button. So let's say that you're recording a video and it's like an awkward position. You can keep your finger here, press the button. It's a button, so you can press it, or you can zoom in and out by doing this on this little button or whatever you want to call it. This thing sits flush with the phone, unlike all the action buttons, the volume buttons, and the power button. If you must be wondering about what this button does, they got rid of the ringer button, and you can customize this to whatever you want. You can make it your notifications, you can turn it on and off your flashlights, open a game or open your emails with it. Do whatever you want with that button. So once you turn on the phone, you'll notice that this thing, the notch, which is on the 13 and the 14 regular, will be removed. It's going to be a dynamic island. This thing will show everything, showing if how your map is going, if you're getting a call, compared to where it used to make a little blob. Another cool thing about the 16, only the 16 and the 15, is that it has Apple Intelligence, or the new Apple Intelligence. The new Apple Intelligence makes a rainbow curve around the screen, and it's better AI compared to the old Siri. So the new Siri got updated. Let's see what else is in the box. I'll keep the phone right over here, slowly. So first thing we see is a wire. So if you notice that there might not be a manual, the manual is right underneath. the phone. Dang. You don't get any stickers this time. As you know, Apple used to give out Apple stickers with their phones, but now they sadly don't. But you can see everything's in this, the manuals, just one little piece of paper and the thing saying iPhone. And that's it. The phone box is empty. This right here is a braided cable. I don't know how long, but it's braided. It's made by Apple. USB Type-C to USB Type-C. Let's see if the phone has any battery. Should show a little Apple logo like this. This is what Apple has been doing this ever since nearly all their first phones. So this is how you can tell if it's real. So while we're waiting for that to boot up, where we got a case. This was a case by Spigen. Let me show it to you over here in detail. So you must be wondering what makes this case so special. Well, not only because it has the little latch over here and it covers every single button, but you see this white thing, and you remember that little camera function I showed you before? This thing covers that. The reason why this is super important is because that thing is made out of glass. If that thing shatters, that thing costs $700 to $800 to repair. So rather than just getting a new phone, if you do not have Apple Care. So that's why Spigen has made this patented phone case with this little button that covers up the camera action button, but it also still makes the camera action button work at the same time. So I'll keep that right over here. So as you can see, this phone has started up saying hello in like 100 different languages. So now it'll probably show, I don't know what language that was. You might know. This was hola. This is in Spanish. But this thing will say hi in many languages. And you might notice this little notch here. So you want to swipe up on that. And you want to choose what language you want. So my mom, being known we're in the US, will pick English. So that's our first tab. We'll click that. So select your community or region. We're in the United States, so click on that. So how do you want this to look? Do you want this to look default, medium, or large? How do you want everything to look? The fonts, everything in general. So let me ask my mom that. So we'll be using the extra large font, so it'll look like this. This is how everything will look for you, bold and big. So let's click continue. Quick start. Looking for nearby devices. So we'll need to bring this phone currently over here right now. So this right here is the same brand of the phone case, Spigen. Really good company in my opinion. Now let's open the screen protector. So for this, there are two pieces of tape, which we'll need to remove. So this right here shows that it's been opened before, as you can see over here. This tape on the side releases a mark. Now we can open the case. And wow, look at that. This right here has everything you need for applying a phone case, including a squeegee, pad, microfiber cloth. This will help you apply the screen easier and get rid of bubbles. And this right here is a manual of how to, but I don't think we'll be needing that, seeing that we've done this a lot of times. Now off camera we'll be applying this to the phone. So first we're cleaning off the screen with the microfiber cloth to get rid of most of the fingerprints. We're going to do a detailed check to see if there are any single pieces of dust or any fingerprints, because after we put that on, we cannot get rid of it. Now we are going to get a dust removal sticker. This will get rid of all the dust as the name states in it. We're not going to be using a big piece because we already know that there's not much dust because of the microfiber cloth. After that, we're going to be applying the screen protector. For this step, you'll just need to remove that little piece of filament that you saw him remove. Now you're just going to place the screen, slide your finger across that black tape. Let it sit for like 2 minutes while pressing on each side until all the air bubbles sit. Gonna press it for a little bit of reassurance. Now peel that little black piece of tape off. So now we take that off, and then there. So you see that little air bubble? That's why we have a little squeegee for that. You're gonna try your best to remove all of the little bubbles. After that little crash course of how to put a screen protector, now you can put on your case, which is kind of easy to put on. But before that, let's clean off the case so we know that there's no dirt inside it. Now, seeing that the back of the phone is all clean, slide it inside and pop it inside. We'll be putting this away with everything else. And that right there was how to apply a screen protector. So now you can turn on and off the phone. And I don't know why it shut back down again, but yeah. That right there is how you put on a screen protector on your phone. So now we're going to be transferring all the data from her old phone, to the new phone. So quick start. We're going to be clicking setup. So we're going to be starting with another device. So we'll have to wait for her phone to get here, for her old phone. Okay, so we have both the phones here, my mom's old one and my mom's new one. So what we're going to do is that we're going to put it on the table here. And we're going to attach the two of the tops of the headphones together. And it should load up any second now. Let's go back and continue. And you should be able to keep them both together, or so we got everything ready. Now we're transferring all the data from this phone to that phone, as you can see. Set up new iPhone. We're gonna put up select form setup for me. And now we need my mom to enter the passcode of her old phone. So now, as you can see, it's saying that it may take a few minutes to activate your phone, and it already started activating. Activating SIM and connecting to an iPhone cellular network. This may take a few minutes. So let me do some comparisons with these two phones while they both are loading. So you might have noticed already that this phone has a much better display than this phone. Well, you might not be able to see on camera, but you can definitely see that this one and this font is definitely different. And you can also see that that little notch is gone. So like you see this little, U shape over here, that now is called the dynamic island on the new phone. Another thing, buttons. As I told you before, this phone only has one button compared to this phone, whereas when we go to the other side, two buttons. One, two. And look at that. Circular setup complete. So we'll be clicking continue. Okay. So now we're going to be using data and privacy. So this right here is all the data and privacy that we have on this phone. I'm not going to read it for you, but you can pause the video and read it. So now let's click continue. And now Face ID. So we'll be setting up Face ID right now. So let's add my mom's face to this phone. Face ID. So now, as you can see, this thing is asking us if we want to do it with the mask because of, COVID-19 and everything like that. So we'll put up setup later in settings. Face ID is now set up. And as you saw this little notch, it went down and made a check mark. Now we're going to be transferring data from iPhone 52. You can transfer all its data and settings directly to this phone. So estimated transfer time is about 5 to 10 minutes. So we need to keep this on for the entire 5 to 10 minutes. So we'll click continue. So we're going to agree to these terms and conditions. And we're going to make this the new iPhone. So we have everything, Manisha's Apple Watch. So we're going to be clicking continue. Message and FaceTime, we already have that, so continue. Location services, yes, we're going to be turning that on. And silent mode. So that's easy to do, so continue. And action button. So I'm going to ask my mom if she wants to change this little button to whatever she wants it to be. So let's ask her that now. So we're not going to do this right now. So we're going to keep it on ringtone on and off. And now there's Apple Intelligence. We're going to do continue. And we're going to do choose notifications to summarize. So we're going to be doing none because we get a lot of messages on WhatsApp and we don't not want these to be like swimming into our voices and all that. So now camera control button. This was the one I showed you about. This is the camera control. And now this is the new Siri I was talking about, the little rainbow effect around the phone. So this is currently the end of the video. This is going to take a really long while and I don't want to keep you waiting here. So how did you like these phones? How do you like the 16 Pro Max? Because I love the phone. It looks amazing, sleek. like thinner, in my opinion, much like more advanced in technology. So how do you like these two phones? If you liked it, then like the video, and if you liked it, also subscribe and comment what your phone is.